So you're ready to photograph the eclipse on April 8th, 2024. Well, don't let this happen to your camera. These are some images that Lens Rentals shared of a camera that somebody returned after photographing the last eclipse. When you're photographing the sun, your lens, especially a telephoto lens, is going to act like a magnifying glass and intensifying that sun, the heat, that sunbeams. And that's what happened here. It melted the aperture blades. It also melted the shutter screen, and the sensor, the camera sensor, is completely destroyed. So don't let this happen to your camera. Now, I've seen a ton of videos, so I'm not going to get into what you're going to need or how camera settings and all this, because there's a million videos out there already. What I want to share with you in this video is just some of the basics, and also how to make photos that sell. Nobody's talking about stock photography when it comes to the eclipse. Everyone wants to get the sun, the corona, and all this stuff there, but nobody's talking about photos that sell. If you're new to the channel, my name is Charles Wollertz, this is Wollertz Photography, and today I want to talk a little bit more about the commercial side of images, how to make stock photos of the eclipse that are going to sell. And I know this because over the last month, I've been selling a ton of photos that I did a couple of years ago. I didn't realize that eclipses are not that uncommon. They happen like every 12 to 18 months. They just happen to be in different parts of the globe. A few years ago, I was in North Idaho, and I didn't have gear. I didn't have the lens cover, the filters. I didn't bring anything. I was there for work, and I happened to be when there was an eclipse going on, a partial eclipse. So I took some photos and uploaded them to stock. Now they sell every year because there's eclipses around the world every year. All of a sudden, eclipses are being promoted by the news or just by social media. People are traveling, so people need photos of eclipses. Now, this eclipse that's happening here on April 8th is going to go from Texas all the way up through the East Coast and up to Canada. There's millions of people waiting for this eclipse. People renting gear, buying filters, tripods, everything that you're going to need to take photos of the eclipse. And I guarantee there's going to be millions of photos of the sun and the moon and all these alignments on the internet later. Millions. But how many people do you think are going to take photos of the crowds looking at the eclipse, or the group of photographers photographing the eclipse? That's the photos that sell. I know we go there, we want to capture beautiful images of the eclipse, and go ahead and do that. I haven't had a chance. The ones I showed you here, I faked. I'm in the studio, and I just wanted something that I could show you. They're not real eclipse photos. I made them up here in the studio. Just a little bit of aerosol spray, just atmosphere spray, just to give it the beam and everything. But one day, I hope to get a real photo of an eclipse. For now, I'll fake it, but I wanted to introduce this video with something cool and get to the point that you need to make photos of the crowds. Yes, we all want that beautiful image of the crown, the solar crowns exploding, the solar flares and everything, and the eclipse itself. And I was ready last year, but it was cloudy, so I missed it. This year I'm not in the right spot, and I can't really travel to go find this eclipse. So I'll wait until I'm somewhere else in the world when it's gonna happen eventually. Like I said, these happens, they're not rare. They happen every 12 to 18 months somewhere in the world. So these photos are very commercial. If you take photos of people looking with the glasses, photographers putting filters, these are very commercial stock photos, and every year they're gonna sell. Like I said, guys, don't let this happen to your lens, to your camera, or to anything that you rent, because you're gonna end up paying for it. Take good care of your equipment and your eyes. A lot of people are saying variable ND filters. I don't recommend those. Again, if you slip, you're gonna let too much light in, you might damage something. If you're gonna use ND filters, make sure you have at least 20 stops, 25 stops. You can stack filters. I like to use square filters instead of the screw-ons or magnetic filters, because that's easier to remove if you have to. When you're screwing things on there, it's a pain. If you could just use magnetics, you can take them off and then do crowd, put them back on to do the sun, things like that. Don't look, if you have a DSLR, don't look at the sun through your viewfinder. Use live view, protect your eyes. If you're looking through the mirror, that's gonna be intensifying that light, and that mirror is gonna burn your eyes out. So be very careful when you look at the sun. Other than that, I don't really have much more to go. This is basic, just trying to get you to remember to do pictures of the crowds so that you can generate some more income shooting stock photos. Again, guys, simple, quick, and to the point. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.